My name is Dr. Mejuya Okorodudu. I'm an ophthalmologist. I'm the founder of Africa Cataract and Eye Foundation. We set up this foundation a couple of years ago, primarily to eliminate avoidable blindness, targeting cataract blindness. We say cataract blindness because we know that in our environment here, which is Nigeria, approximately 50% of all cases of blindness are from cataracts. So we've targeted cataract blindness as a major tool to attracting every other eye disease conditions. That when we treat our cataracts, it attracts other people who are able to also attend to all other causes of blindness for the people. Now, the foundation specifically targets 7 local governments, 6 in Delta states and 1 in Edo State. The Edo State Constituent Local Government is Ovia Southwest Local Government area. Most of our target local governments are in the riverine communities of the Niger Delta region. Now, we chose to work there because that's where I am from. I'm from the Niger Delta, and it makes sense for me to be able to provide services for the people from whom I have come. That doesn't mean that other people, when they come, will not be served. They will be served. But because of the dire need for services in the Niger Delta region of our country, it then became necessary for us to put this intervention initiative there for the people of the rivers. So that's what we do. We, from time to time, go around most of these communities and carry out free medical eye care. Now, we know that the majority of those who are blind in environments like ours, they really don't have to be blind. 80% or thereabout of all those who are blind in our environment suffer from what we call avoidable blindness, which means this type of blindness can either be curable or treatable. So if a lot of work is done, that means we really will have very few people who are blind. That is the reason why most of this effort is done. In Nigeria, as of now, by the time 2007 thereabout, when the National Blindness Survey results came out, we knew we had approximately about 1.2 million blind in the country, out of which 47 or thereabout percent were from cataract blindness. All of these really are statistical figures. When I talk about blindness from the work I do, I try to look at blindness on a personal level. That person who is blind, doesn't matter whether there are 1 million other people who are blind, is that one person that is blind that you're really concerned about. I tell you, to be blind is not funny. It is not a thing to joke about. And most people don't really realize what we say when people become blind. The only time you really get to know the import of what we're talking about is when you yourself are becoming blind, or you have somebody who is blind that you're taking care of, then you know what this really means. And the thing that most of all those people who are in their homes and they suffer from blindness, they really could be helped if only they just bring these patients out for trained personnel to look at and tell them whether this falls in the category of those we can cure, or at least we can prevent them going totally blind or other members of their family going blind. Now, because I work a lot in the villages, it's always peculiar when you're talking to these villagers, them describing for you the progression towards going blind. As a man, also just the most times it's the story of a man who is a farmer. He has a large farm. He goes to farm unhindered. And suddenly, as he starts to advance in age, he notices that when it starts to get dark, getting back home becomes a problem. He starts to hit his foot against trees on the way back. And because of those, the man doesn't want to stay too long in the farm anymore. As time goes on, he finds that he can't even leave his home anymore because blindness continues to become denser. And he now brings his farm close to his house. He now has a garden. As it progresses, you find that Papa or Mama can no longer even tend that garden. They sit in their house, now expecting people to help. Once he exhausts what he has in his store, what stares him in the face is now poverty, because he no longer can earn a living. And when we go to the villages and we see these people, they will tell you these stories over and over again. And you look in the eyes, and for about 50% of them, something really can be done. They have bilateral blindness from cataracts. And you're happy for them, because you know that only requires intervention, a surgical intervention of approximately 20 minutes. And by the second day, these people start to see again. But that is the beauty. One day they come out, they start to see again. You can imagine what you have done to this whole community. Suddenly, Papa, who thought this was the end of life, starts to see again. And he can become an economic contributor to his community again. Because I see this done all the time, it strengthens my drive to want to do this work and take it further and further into the creeks, into those parts of our nation where you really cannot access them too readily. Because I know once it goes to them, then we can help these people who hitherto were blind, make them see again, and then they start to build their communities all over again. So at the foundation, that is what we do. We have put together this initiative whereby we've told ourselves that because before now, not really many active efforts have been put in place to tackle cataract blindness. The number that continue to go blind from cataracts continues to increase year in, year out, which thereby enlarging the pool of the cataract backlog. But the numbers we have really can always be calculated because we know the population of our communities. After we did our calculations at the foundation, we noticed that working in the 7 local governments which we have targeted to work in, Warri South, Warri North, Warri Southwest, Burutu, Patani, Bomadi, and Ovia Southwest, those 7 populations make a 1 million population. That's where we have put all our efforts to work, a 1 million population in the riverine areas of the Niger Delta. From our calculations, we've noticed that anywhere between approximately 10,000 people really suffer from this. I mean, the cataract backlog in the place about 10,000. And we gave ourselves a target of 5 years, and say in 5 years we want to be able to completely take out all these cataracts that are in these communities by doing approximately maybe 2,000 naira every year for the next 5 years. But for this year, I'm not sure we'll be able to do 2,000. So we're targeting for this year 1,000 cataract surgeries. These surgeries are going to be from a mixture of cross-subsidy provisions. We have done a number of interventions before. We did a couple last year. And from the experiences we've had, we want to be able to get the people who are in these communities to actually become our partners in this work, because that is the only way we think this work can be sustained. So what we're going to do for them these years is we're going to try from friends, family, neighbors, and corporate organizations that want to come and join us, try and raise a major bulk of what it takes to be able to do the surgeries for them. But we're insisting that community members who have blind parents, uncles, aunties, daughters, sons, will come in as active partners this time. They will be required to pay something towards their surgery, though the bulk of it is free. But I'm insisting now that anybody who benefits from this will pay a token 10,000 naira towards their surgery. Once they've done that, every other thing that has to do with their surgery will be free. During the interventions also, all the people that come to us will be treated. Anybody that shows up during this with eye maladies will be treated, because that's what we treat. We treat only eye conditions. And we are also going to give free reading glasses to people. But for now, we're going to tie the free reading glasses you get to those who bring their blind relatives or blind friends. Now understand me, what we're doing is this. From experience, anytime we say people we're going to give them free glasses, it is only the able-bodied ones that jump out and come and take our free glasses. And that didn't go. When you ask them, oh, Mama is that, or Mama is blind because she's old. We want to be able to encourage them this time. Yes, we'll give you the free glass. But while you are coming, at least you will help us help Mama and bring Mama to our venue so that we can look at Mama too. If Mama can benefit from surgery, we will do her surgery for her. So what we're trying to do, we're trying to, from friends, business partners, a few corporations that choose to assist us, we're trying to see if we can attract some support in to do these surgeries for the rural folks. Nigeria is still at that point where donating to activities like this is not really mature yet, but I do hope that in the future we'll be able to attract more people of good-natured people to come and support. So now we've been fortunate to have a few friends, not really a few friends, for us you can count 3 or so very good friends that have been kind enough to support this particular effort now we're undertaking and the Edo State Axis of Yah Southwest. Because of their help, we are able to reduce this cost to the barest minimum for the families that may have people who are blind. So the cost to these families will be 10,000. They'll pay 10,000. For the 10,000, they have their surgeries done, and then they will have medications for 2 packs of medications that could take them for about 8 weeks. That way they've had everything, possibly have everything they require for the treatment episode. We at the foundation, I must stress this. We are looking for responsible partnering. I'm just a foundation. It's just me, my wife, and a few friends who are in this foundation. And it's important you don't view us. I'm not government. I'm trying the best I can. I'm just one man. I'm trying the best I can to be able to help my environment from where I come. I want the people who are benefiting from this to show some responsibility. There are a few of us who are going to come to these functions. They will be by right very rich people, but because they keep hearing things free, the rich man even wants to take that which belongs to a poor man. So if you know you can afford, we'll be expecting you to find a way to support the foundation so that we can reach more people. Than have that they will get there is people by all the rich people in town, and then the poor people again don't have access to the things they are supposed to have access to. Though we have said that people are going to pay 10,000 naira towards their surgeries, that doesn't mean that when we do find people who are totally indigent, that we will turn them back. Nobody will be turned back. Anybody who comes really indigent, we will find room within the system to be able to accommodate them. I have also not told you we've got all the money to be able to do all of this, but we happen to be the ones who are doing it. When we get funds to do for one person, we'll be able to spread it to do for 2. So if I see 250 people, I will do the 250. If I see 500 surgeries, we'll do all 500 surgeries. I'm not going to tell you I said 200, but we really want to be able to do as many as we can. And here I will stress again, we're talking blindness, cataract blindness. Priorities will be given to those people who are blind, have bilateral, that is cataract in both eyes. If you have one eye, we will look at you also, but we want to be able to see how many of those people who are blind in 2 eyes that we're able to take out of blindness and to start to see again. That really will give meaning to our work. But the other person that have cataracts, we will take care of it for them. We find at the foundation this is a great opportunity for us to serve, and we will gladly serve. The essence really is this: people really are blind. How do I see somebody who is blind and for goodness sake want to profit from his predicament? I can't do that. I have been sent to school, I have been trained to do this work, and it is better for me really to be doing what I'm trained to do. And the more of these surgeries I do, the better for me. The better for the community, because I get more proficient, and it's the all around, it's a profit for our environment. So I want to be able to do this. I have seen it done. So I'm just trying to replicate what I have seen done. So it's not as if it's never been done. What I'm doing is not new. I didn't invent it. I have seen what other people have done, and I'm just copying what they're doing. If it succeeded for them, it will succeed here, because our environment is about the same thing. I've seen it done in the Gambia, I've seen it done in the Cameroons, they're doing it in India. The same model, making it cheap for everybody so that more people can access, but giving the same standard of care. So that's what we want to be able to do too. I talk to you now, and I address you directly, those people who are at home. If you have a parent that is blind, please let an ophthalmologist look, because chances are 50% of them we can reverse that cause of blindness. The other 50%, if we cannot reverse, we can ameliorate it. And if we find out it's something that the children may have, we can prevent the children from going blind. So it is very important, anytime you go to the hospital, to ensure you're talking to an ophthalmologist. If not, then the other care providers, our fellow co-professionals, optometrists, people, they will be able to help. And I'm sure when they see you have a condition that can be assuaged by surgical care, they will send you to the ophthalmologist, who actually is the only one who can carry out surgery on you anyway. So I want you people to please take this opportunity. I take the opportunity to thank the officers of the John National Congress. They have been really, really solid and strong partners in this work which we have done. I am grateful, because they've embraced what we do, and so it's a privilege to be able to serve my brothers and sisters in the creeks. I thank the management and staff of AIT for this opportunity to serve. I have also offered to, because of our collaboration, to undertake free eye care for their staff too, once I have finished this program which we are doing. Before I sign off, I want to be able to give a special thanks and gratitude to a few friends, by no means an exhaustive list, that have continued to encourage my work and support what I do. Of course, my family knows that I'm sincere gratitude to them for what they have done, how they have supported me. But friends who have come out from out now to come and be with me, I really want to be able to thank. Top on my list will be Mr. and Mrs. Garth Dooley. Maybe because Garth isn't Nigerian, so he got really excited with what I wanted to do, that I wanted to be able to help my people. So Garth just gave his full support to the work. Garth, I'm really grateful. And Remy, please know that I owe your family a debt of gratitude. My friend Garth is the managing director of Ocean Marine Securities Limited. His firm too have been great. They've supported this work massively. Thank you, I'm grateful. This round of work I'm doing now, I had cause to just manage to mention it in passing to Mr. Godwin Obaseki, and he surprised me by sending us funds to take care of surgery in a community. Mr. Godwin Obaseki, I'm grateful and I'm thankful. Mr. Dafe Sejebo, the MD of Nigeria Gas, a wonderful friend, he supported me by sending us funds to be able to do some work. I'm grateful to you guys for what you have done. All my other friends in the Gulf section who have given funds for this work, Pamon, Best in Cars, SS, Mr. Agedo, all of you, please know that I really am grateful. You humbled me, you know. The fact that you think you should give me of your funds to work, I really do appreciate it. You know, it's not easy to ask somebody to give you something and they give it to you. You give it to me, I assure you that I'm going to utilize it for what you've asked me to do with it. And I'm glad because you're going to be blessed. Because when people see again, you don't know what you have done. This morning, as I hold this interview, I have done one of the surgeries, one free surgery for an elderly lady the Catholic Church brought to me. Mama can see again now, and that is because you all have helped.